And ahead of the G20 Summit under India's presidency, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has identified inflation as a critical issue facing the world and called the debt crisis a matter of great concern for developing countries. He also stressed on the need for fiscal discipline by states. Prime Minister credited the bold reforms across several sectors, including the economy, taken by his government in the past 9 years, for the speed with which India jumped from the 10th to the 5th largest economy in less than a decade. All right, let's go across to Pragya for more on this. Pragya, Prime Minister there has credited the reforms across several sectors, including the economy, which have been taken up by his government in the past 9 years.
Absolutely, and also, the G20 meeting that is the presidency is assumed by India. It has everything to do with how the economies are going to help each other to grow, and that is why all these 20 nations and also the invited nations coming together. For a long period in world history, Prime Minister said that India was one of the top economies of the world and we need to get that place again. But he also said that inflation is the biggest challenge right now that the world is facing, and we need to get out of this inflation. He also, in fact, mentioned that most advanced economies are facing economic slowdown, chronic shortages, and high inflation. But India economy is acknowledged to be the fastest growing economy, in fact. And we have a large youth population with us, which is an advantage for us. And also he focused on the health of the central banks. He said if one economy of the world is impacted, then it also impacts other nations as well. So everyone needs to work together to ensure the economies are robust. We need to look at the inflation. We need also to look at the rate of interest. We need to look at the GDP as well. He also said that in fact, during the G20, finance ministers, central bank governors were engaged and also given a they have been told to, clearly communicate the policy stances by the central bank. He said this is very crucial. If we need to combat the inflation, this needs to be done. And this can ensure that policy taken by each of the country to combat inflation do not lead to negative repercussions in other countries. He emphasized on that, and in fact, Prime Minister is ensuring that every country comes together to solve the economic crisis in the world. It has been, in fact, it has been aggravated by post-COVID region. So basically, the Prime Minister saying that we have to communicate the policies regarding economics across the world effectively to each other, and also to ensure that we take a collective stand against this inflation.
Absolutely, Pragya. Thanks very much for joining us with those details.